everybody, I'm Alyce-Kay from SufferingWell, and I'm here to share with you another benefit of praying the Stations of the Cross. And just a little bit of background on this, we are inviting you to a webinar. It's a 6-week webinar that we're going to be doing every Sunday evening. Eastern time. If you're in another part of the world, it might be morning for you. I know at least one of the people that signed up is in the Philippines, and it'll be morning for him. So you can check out the invitation. There's a link below. You do need to register for the webinar because we have limited space and we're not recording it. We want people to be able to be free to discuss what we're talking about, and so we're not going to be recording it. So do be sure to check out that invitation and to register with us if you'd like to do it. So the benefit that I want to look at today is that this helps us to see suffering differently. When we meditate on Jesus' suffering, we're better able to follow his example. We start noticing the different aspects of how he withstood his suffering, how he handled it, how he loved the people who were hurting him. You know, they nailed him to the cross and he said, "Father, forgive them." We learn from him how to pray for those who are persecuting us. We learn to love in every situation. And that takes a lot of supernatural grace. So it's not something that we can do on our own, but we learn about how Jesus handled suffering and maybe take just one aspect of that for this year, maybe, and ask God to help us to turn our suffering in that direction. This is one of the things that's at the heart of Suffering Well, which you can kind of tell from our name, right? Suffering Well. We have a vision for wanting to teach people and encourage them to suffer the way that Jesus did, because we all suffer. We suffer in different amounts. And I think that those who suffer a lot probably will get the most out of this. But even if you're only suffering a little bit, even if you don't really have any suffering in your life, you are going to have suffering at some point. And so it's good to get into the practice of handling even the very small sufferings in the right way. We want to encourage you to glorify God through your suffering and to help others. And that's exactly, of course, what Jesus did when he was on the cross in his greatest moment of suffering. So that's one of the very, very big benefits of praying the Station of the Cross. And again, we want to invite you to join us for 6 weeks of webinars. And I think that it's going to be enjoyable. It's going to be deep. It's going to be maybe a little overwhelming, but that's not a bad thing. And I think we're just going to have a great time of fellowship as well. Most importantly, we're hoping that this will draw you closer to Jesus and us closer to Jesus. All right. I love you all. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.